Hello guys and welcome back to Sniper Raccoon, and on this video I'm going to be kind of talking around about positivity. It's going to loosely be about how you control your actions and your thoughts and stop you from getting yourself too down and in too negative of a place. It helps to be more positive while you're doing this, and it helps to think positively all the way through, but this is kind of how I'm being able to logically deal with kind of bits of depression, bits of negativity, bits of, control the issues that are annoying me, so to speak. Now, obviously, this goes and it comes in everyone's life where there's bits of issues that they can control and bits that they can't. The locus of control is what it's called. Now, the way to look at it is just draw yourself two big circles. So draw yourself two big circles. They can look like boobs if you want to. I'm just leave that out there for you. One circle you put on top of it, you put can control, and put on the other one you put can't control. So you put in stuff like the weather. You can't control the weather. You'd put that in the can't control. What time you get up. You can control that. That's the kind of a basic example kind of thing. Now you relate this back to everything in your life. Mainly I'm going to be talking about bits about work, but you can relate it to YouTube. It's very relatable to YouTube. Sort of like gaming as well. Well, I'll talk about gaming in a bit. But over the past 18 months, 2 years, there's been a lot of changes at my workplace. We've been taken over. We had new systems put in February. We had a lot of training beforehand. And I tried to control too much in my life at that time around work. And I got myself in a fair few state. And it didn't help. It really didn't help my positivity. It didn't help my kind of little bit depression. It made me more negative as a person. And it affected a lot of the people around me. I was taking out on my family, and it's never good. So what I started to do is what I did was I took everything down, I wrote it down on a piece of paper, drew up these two circles, and wrote down everything I could control at work and everything I can't control. Now what I found is, so when I started off, I was putting more things in the can control box and starting to worry about them. And you get yourself in a bit of a state when you try and control too much, you'll end up controlling nothing. It's a very difficult situation to be in. Now, one thing that my girlfriend told me, she got told by her psychiatrist, that she has a worry box. Now, every day she has issues that worries her, and what she does is she writes them down on a little slip of paper and puts them in the worry box. And then at the end of the week, she takes them all out and she sees what she's done to deal with them. So the ones that she's dealt with, she chucks away. The ones that she's still worrying about, she puts back in, or she writes an amendment on it. And then at the end of I don't know whether she does it at the end of the next week or the end of the month, I can't quite remember, but she has to give herself an ultimatum that if it's still in there about however long this period is, then she has to tell herself whether she can deal with it or whether she has dealt with it and deal with it there on the spot. Sometimes it doesn't work and you kind of do pass it over into the next month, next week or whatever, but there are stuff like that, and I found that very relatable to everything that I do. I mean, with gaming, obviously if we've got a game that annoys us, why do you keep putting yourself through it if you can't control the outcome? Einstein said that insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Now, we all do that when we've got a game that annoys us. Why do we still keep playing it? Just raging at it. You expect it to change, you want it to be better, but if there's no fixes for it, then how's it going to get better? Then with work, I was trying to control too much, and I got myself really down and really angry about why things weren't changing. And I realised it's because I wasn't changing. I wasn't adapting myself to the new roles properly. I wasn't adapting myself to the people at work. And I was trying to do too much and expecting them to change when I couldn't control what they did. So what I did was I started to write everything down, and then I put it all into perspective, and I realised that there was a hell of a lot of things there that I couldn't control. And as soon as I realised that, and as soon as the penny dropped in my head that I couldn't control everything that was going on at work, everything started to smooth down, and I started to become a little bit more of a normal person, so to speak. I'll never be completely normal, you'll know that, but I started to really understand who I was at work and what I was expected to do, and I feel like it's actually made work a hell of a lot easier for me. I kind of, in my mindset, apart from this week with some other issues that's gone on that I still haven't written down properly, but I can now go to work, do my daily tasks, go home and not worry. I'll probably have one day a week where I worry, and before it was every single night that I'd come home and I'd worry, and that's personal growth for me. and I feel so much happier as a person for it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about this commentary, whether this helps you, whether you do the same kind of things. I've been the Sniper Raccoon, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, guys.